Today I've got my friend Leah with me and we're going to talk about periods. Didn't plan that.
I know.
So this video is sponsored by Always and is part of the End Period Poverty campaign. You may have known that a few months ago I also did a video about this, and because of that campaign 5 million pads were donated to 1,700 schools in the UK.
That's amazing.
I know.
Oh my god.
And so this is like next stage, because Always are committed to this cause and it's like a long-term thing. So a bit more on the campaign and how you can support it later on, but for now, we're gonna answer your period questions and maybe tell a few embarrassing stories.
Yeah, so Hannah's had lots of questions from Instagram and Twitter.
Yes.
So my notifications blew up. Thank you, Hannah.
You're welcome.
Well, I know what it feels like now. How about I just start with one that I saw on Twitter, which I think was really lovely.
Yes.
Okay, this is from someone called Chris, and he said, is there anything I can do as a boyfriend to help period pains / difficulties? Are there any kind of life hacks or tips I can follow? And then someone else replied saying, same, I just want to help so bad.
Aww.
Which was like adorable.
Yeah, so if you're the partner of someone who's having a period, just do what they say.
Yeah. I mean, like sometimes when I'm having my period, I might be like, oh, do you mind just like running a bath, or like, and I get away with it.
Yeah,
it's really great.
Milk it.
Milk it, absolutely milk it. Cuddle, tummy rub.
Ask what they want. Oh, sometimes they might not want a tummy rub.
Might not want a toe rub. Yeah, they might just be like, get off me.
Yeah. Hot water bottle, chocolates, painkillers.
Some people say hot water bottles actually make them feel worse.
Oh really?
Yeah.
They make me feel better.
Yeah, I love it. They're really, really relaxing.
See, each their own. So ask.
Yeah. Usually food works.
Someone said, period sex? Question mark.
I don't think there's anything wrong with period sex. We're both a fan of it. I can't believe I'm saying this on the internet now. These are all conversations we have privately. But yeah, I think don't be afraid of it. Put towels down. Have a great time.
I bought a red towel specifically for
period
these
sex
situations. It's like, it's fine, it'll camouflage.
Yeah, perhaps like if you're
it looks
on
less scary.
Yeah, yeah, you're like, they can't see it.
Yeah.
Perhaps if it's your heaviest day, then you might not feel so comfortable having period sex.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're coming to like the end of your cycle or the start of your cycle, it's actually really relaxing.
And also those endorphins and those happy feelings help with pain relief.
Yeah. So I'm for it.
I'm pro, but each to their own. We're not forcing you to have period sex.
Yeah.
But don't be scared of it. I actually did a whole video about why you should have period sex and tips and tricks.
Oh, so. Amazing. Red towel.
Red towel, exactly.
Oh, here's one for you, Hannah.
Oh, okay.
Are your periods any different now you have Mona?
Oh, yeah, I've seen a lot of these questions. So Mona is my stoma. And no, but that's because I got the Mirena coil just before... like a few months before I ended up having surgery, and I just haven't had any periods. So.
Oh wow, yeah.
So do you know what? When you're like horrifically ill, it's actually a blessing.
No period.
To not have to deal with that in hospital. Imagine if I have to have a period in hospital.
On top of all of that, yeah, that would be awful.
No, thank you.
Well, that's sort of the universe going, we're really sorry about what's happening, but like, here's no period.
Here's no period.
Yeah.
I assume they would be no different though if I wasn't on any hormonal contraception. I think. They would just be the same.
I think one of the reasons why I chose to get the copper coil was because I didn't want any reason to blame my hormones on anything. I was like, I don't want to blame the pill or any of these things on the way I'm feeling. I just want to be
held accountable.
Yeah,
for
I was
your
like,
actions.
I need to be held accountable for what's going on up here. So yeah, I got the copper coil. Keen to get it out. Don't know if any of you guys have got it. Would love to hear in the comments. But yeah, I'm not having a great time on it, and I just have not found the strength to get it out because getting it in was so traumatic.
Oh really?
Yeah.
They like injected my cervix to numb it.
Oh no!
So I could feel the injection, which was like a scratch and like very strange. And then
felt nothing.
Felt nothing.
Well, I would have preferred that. They were like, do you want numbing gel? You probably won't need it. I was like, no, let's go for the numbing gel. Felt everything from that point on. It was horrific. I know. Anyway.
Let's not scare you from that. Coils are great.
Yeah.
For some people. Ooh, okay. Back onto period sex, because clearly our favourite topic. How do I suggest period sex?
Okay, I think this is really hard because your partner might not want to.
Yeah.
And then, or they might not think that you want to. So you have to kind of just be really clear
Yeah.
and really open and be like, hey, honey.
Hey, babe.
Hey, I have my period, but I'm really horny. Can we have sex?
What if, I think like be super reassuring, like maybe test the waters when it's like your lightest day.
Yeah.
Like towards the end of your period and just be like, there's barely anything. Let's just have sex, please.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I have a really embarrassing story from when I was like,
Do tell.
yeah, okay, so this is like my first ever sexual partner, and I just thought it'd be a great idea to have sex when my period had started. I was like so light, like what, there's nothing. And this is like first time like teenage sex, and I bled on his penis, and he'd never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
So when we finished, came off, and he just went, oh my god. And I just like kind of like got my hand and was like trying to wipe up those bits, and I was unfortunately mortified. He was just like, I didn't even know what that were. Like, he's just like, what is going on? And
Did he think
that
his
really
dick
put me off.
was bleeding? Or
I don't know what he thought, but we're talking about someone here who thought a period was like an on-off tap. Someone's on, the tap's running, taps off, periods off. Like, we're talking.
And you can switch it yourself. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
you
just
just
like press this button.
switch that on. Yeah, so these were the immature days. But yeah, I'm not scared of it anymore. I kind of laugh at that story now, but that.
But this is also why we need to talk about it.
yeah,
Because
that put me off.
people just don't know.
Seeing someone who I was then in love with traumatized by my blood. Do you know what I mean? You're just like, oh god, doesn't make
This
you
is
feel
why
very...
we gotta smash them taboos.
Yeah, smash them to bees. Like,
Smash
don't
it.
be afraid of it.
This
Also-
isn't a
yeah.
question. Someone just said pooing makes cramps feel better.
So weird.
I mean, I've never
Pooing
tried
makes
that,
cramps.
and now I can't.
Oh
But-
no, yeah, of course you can't.
But there you go.
Pooing
In
makes
case
cramps feel better.
you've got really bad cramps, try having a poo.
Why? Is it because of that lovely release when you've had a poo?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe it's just like.
Yeah.
Someone said, what can stop you having periods besides medications / being pregnant?
Loads of things.
Yeah.
Stress can stop it.
Stress, over-exercise, putting on weight, losing
a lot of
weight,
weight.
having chronic illness can make your period stop. Most of these are like bad things. Like if your period is stopping for long periods of time and it's not because of contraception or because you're pregnant, then go to your doctors. I think they say if you've missed like 3 periods in a row,
Yeah,
then go to your doctors.
definitely. Or, yeah, pee on a stick. No, okay.
Just to check.
Just check.
Yeah. If you've missed 3 periods in a row and you're not pregnant,
Check.
then check again. And then,
And then go to the doctor.
and then go to the doctors. But if you're pregnant, go to the doctors anyway.
Yeah.
Because you need...
Yeah, it's usually not a great
Figure that
sign.
out.
It's usually not a great sign if your periods aren't
Yeah. Because if you're having periods, that means that your body is functioning and
Yeah.
it's like all good and
It's in baby
proper.
prep mode.
Oh, good
No.
times.
Good times. How many days after do you have spotting? This is from Maria on Twitter.
Okay, here's the thing.
Okay.
I still don't understand what spotting is.
Hannah Witton, owner of this channel, content creator, talking about periods and taboos. What's spotting? Okay.
Like, because they said like how many days after.
Yeah.
But isn't that just like a light period?
Yeah,
Spotting
that's
is
what I
something
thought.
different.
Yeah, I assume that what you mean by spotting is those days where the blood is darker and it's just like it's finishing up. It's just on its last bits.
Oh, okay.
I thought
wouldn't
that's
ca-
what spotting it
See, I wouldn't
was.
call that spotting. I would just call it like the dregs.
The what?
The dregs.
The dregs.
Like, you know when
Like-
you're drinking a beer
Oh,
and you
okay.
get the crappy bit
Oh,
at the
yeah,
end?
yeah, yeah, the
That's
dregs.
the dregs.
You're like, oh, I'm on the dregs.
The dregs of your period. That's
Yeah.
what I call it.
Okay, that's good.
But
So
I always
maybe
thought that spotting
is
was just like random bleeding at other times.
like dot to dot spots like on your pad. I don't know. Spotting, so yeah, maybe just like a little bit of irregular bleeding. I don't get any of that kind of after like 2 days. So I have a heavy day and then 2 days of like the drags or spotting, and then that's it.
Bish bash bosh.
Bish bash bosh, out of there.
Best forms of pain relief.
Oh,
What works for you?
I'm a big fan of how do you say it? Ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen.
Yeah, people say it weird, like ibuprofen. Ibuprofen.
So you say paracetamol.
Paracetamol from the Midlands.
Cetamol.
Paracetamol
Paracetamol.
is correct. I like ibuprofen, or can't really afford like the strong stuff. You know, like the one that says period pain on the box. So it's like Nurofen Intense, £5 for like 3 tablets.
Oh no, you just get this ibuprofen.
Yeah,
for
35p.
like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
35p.
That's what I get.
And then if you've got really bad pains, you can like double up on ibuprofen and paracetamol like every 2 hours.
That works really well. Yeah.
Hot baths, hot water bottle, exercise, sex. When was your first period? / how was it? I was 11.
No way.
It was the month before my 12th birthday, and I was at the cinema seeing Freaky Friday.
Oh my God.
Right, with my mum and my friend and her mum.
Oh, I love it.
And I went to the toilet afterwards, and there was blood in my knickers. Luckily, I'd had the education, so I knew exactly what it was.
You were like, I know what to do.
And I just like put tissues in my underwear, and when I got home, I was like, Mum, I started my period. And she was like, I have all the supplies.
Oh, I thought she was going to like crack open a drink. No, you were 11. Congrats.
Champagne!
I actually did see a tweet about throwing period parties. And someone was like, oh, do you think you should celebrate like the day you came on your period like every year?
I don't know what
I
the
don't know
day
what
was.
day, yeah. I think I was 13, and you know when you feel stuff come out of you, and you think, I've wet myself, or I've shat, like I don't know what I've done.
There's something in my pants.
Yeah, I was
and
lying
I could
down.
feel it exiting my body.
Yeah, luckily I was just lying down in bed, but I was like, oh God, I've just wet myself. I've wet the bed. Like, what the hell? Mortified. I look in the middle of the night, and it's just blood everywhere. It's an explosion.
Is it quite a lot?
Yeah, quite a lot. Yeah. So maybe it was happening the day before, like a lighter, but deluded. Yeah, it was horrible. I was just like really upset. I felt
did
so
you know
guilty.
what it was?
Yeah. I felt so guilty that I'd like ruined the sheets.
Oh no.
I was like less concerned about myself, like what was going on. I was just like, oh my God, I bet it's gone through onto the mattress because I don't have a mattress protector. Mum. Yeah, I just felt really bad. I was like, oh no, should I get these sheets in the wash? And in the end, Mum was obviously like, everything's fine. Like, don't worry. Don't worry. We've been waiting for this day.
That is such a real feeling though. Like there have been moments, like I caught one on camera actually, when I started my period. I was like filming a video and then I just went,
Blah, 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 blah.
and I paused and went to the toilet and I started my period, and that facial expression got caught on camera.
I remember that. You were like, this is the moment that I came on my period, like
literally
whilst filming.
you can feel it.
Just
the tap got turned on.
The tap was just like, boop. Yeah.
But then the other thing is that like I sometimes would think I'm on my period, but I'm not, and it's just discharge or sweat.
Oh, really?
Do you know what I mean? Because you've got like wet sticky pants.
Got wet sticky pants. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Bit of discharge.
Discharge.
Just a little bit of discharge.
Hate that word. Discharge.
Oh my God.
When I was something else.
Because I was in hospital for a month, and when the day that I was getting discharged, right? Okay. So the day I was getting discharged, my mum was just like, oh, let me treat you, Hannah, because I'd like spent a month like not wearing any underwear and just like being in hospital gowns. So my mum bought me some knickers. She's like, you can wear these. This is when you leave the hospital. She's like, they can be your discharge knickers.
For both being discharged from the hospital and
I was like,
discharge
good
knickers.
one, Mum.
Yeah, I love that. Discharge knickers.
Best way to deal with overflow. I've never experienced overflow.
You've not? Where your tampon is like, there's blood now coming down the string and you're like, it's time to get it out.
No.
You're joking.
Clearly just had lighter periods.
Well, it wasn't until, I started having the heavier periods that I noticed overflow, and it's truly horrific. So you'd have pad, tampon, maybe double pad.
Whoa! Okay.
Yeah, it's really, really, really bad. And
That's a lot of blood.
My body was telling me to change. I'd get a headache as soon as my tampon was full. As soon as it's full, my body was going, oh, you've got a headache. And I was like, I'm dizzy, what's going on? I need to change it. Go to the loo, and so blood is all in the tampon and then still like all down the string. You're like, wow, it's time.
Wow.
It was vile.
I have zero experience with overflow. Thank you for sharing.
Sorry.
Julia.
It's not vile.
No,
it's just
thank
like,
you for sharing.
for me I was just like, oh, it's not very nice. don't look forward to it.
Ooh, another great piece of advice from somebody. Hide a spare tampon/pad in every bag you own.
That's hilarious. That just reminds me of this really embarrassing thing that happened in school when I was a kid. And I used to keep pads in my bag, and I got my school book out. I got a book out that I needed for that class. I was in English, and I got the book out, and out swung like across the room this like blue. I remember the colour, the blue pad, nighttime one, proper heavy with wings,
big one,
obviously clean. Just across, could you imagine?
Yeah, you keep them. Just like, I've got my memory box.
Yeah, across the room, and I just sprinted for it, and people were like, oh. But that's just school days, isn't it? People are just a bit like, you've got a period.
I remember like being so embarrassed that I didn't tell my friends for years that I'd had my
you were
period.
11.
Yeah, my mum was like the only person who knew.
Did you have boobs, Benny? Just out of
Yeah, I
interest?
got boobs in primary school, mate. I was like, I started secondary school day one with a bra. That was me.
Year 7. Hoisting up those boobs. Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah. So, Leah, I've got some stats about period poverty in the UK.
Okay, namaste.
I don't know why I'm doing this.
Okay.
Right. Over half of women who have experienced period poverty believe that it has had a direct effect on their success, confidence, and happiness.
Oh God.
Yeah.
My hair's just stood on
I
end.
know. It's basically women who have experienced period poverty are more likely to suffer from anxiety and depression, struggle to pay their bills, and have an unfulfilling love life.
Oh gosh.
With the unfulfilling love life thing,
Yeah.
women who have experienced period poverty, when asked to rate their love life, said it was 1 out of 10, and then compared to 8 out of 10 for those who hadn't experienced it.
Period poverty.
Yeah.
It's just not very nice, is it? I'd hate to think that someone was just losing confidence and like not following their instincts and like enjoying life and loving it and going for it in relationships and just giving it everything because they have gone through like period,
that's the
period
thing,
poverty.
like it's such a huge confidence knock, especially because there's like such a taboo surrounding talking about periods anyway, and then adds to the fact that you feel like an extra layer of
anxiety.
Shame and embarrassment and anxiety because you can't afford products, and because then that is causing you to miss days of school.
Yeah, no, that's not. Yeah, it's not on.
Not on.
And I'd hate to feel that anyone was sort of like then putting their body at risk, say leaving it for too long because they can't afford to keep changing it. And I always feel a bit guilty if I sort of take out a pad and it's not full yet, or take out a tampon and there's nothing on it. I'm like, I feel bad because I feel like I'm wasting money.
But yeah, so thousands of girls in the UK regularly miss school because of a lack of access to sanitary products, and it has knock-on effects for their future. So here's some of the things that Always are doing and that you can get involved with and help out. Always want to tackle the shame and the stigma around periods. Hopefully we've done a bit of that in this video. Always have partnered with poet Holly McNish and a bunch of other influencers on Instagram. They're going to be doing some Insta poetry about ending period poverty and raising awareness about the shame and the stigma surrounding periods and period poverty, and hopefully giving people the confidence to talk about it. Also, always, of course, believe that no girl should be missing school because of a lack of sanitary protection. And so they're going to be donating some pads. Woo! More pads. Obviously, they donated 5 million before.
Yeah.
And hoping for another 5 million now. So you can support just by doing your own monthly shop. For every pack of Always Ultra that is sold, Always will be donating 1 pad to a girl in need.
Oh, amazing. So buy one, give one. That's amazing.
Exactly. And Always will also be donating 1 pad to the Red Box Project per like or comment on the Insta poetry. So I'm going to leave links in the description to all of the different Insta poetry pieces. If you like something, give it a like. If it makes you feel something, comment. And each of those likes and comments on all of those posts result in a pad being donated to the Red Box Project. You can also find all of the poetry if you search the hashtag #endperiodpoverty on Instagram. So that is where it will all be. I know I'm going to be going on each and every one and just be like, yep,
Like,
Helen, love this,
like,
love this, love this.
love. Yeah, nice one.
Well, thank you, Leah, so much for being on my channel.
Thanks for having me.
Leah also has a YouTube channel, which you should check out in the
All the links
description.
below.
All of Leah's links below. Always happy to support end period poverty, and hopefully we can raise another 5 million pads.
Woo! I'm sure we can. Thanks for having me.
Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and you know, if you've got your own embarrassing period stories, do leave them in the comments, because you know, we just want to keep on breaking those taboos and making sure that, you know, limit the shame around this topic. And we'll see you soon. Bye bye.